Right, hello, welcome back to another video. It's your boy, back with another Hunty Zombies banger. And in today's video, we're going to be trying the Priest style, which you can get from the Battle Pass at the end of the Free Pass. It is, surprisingly, a legendary. As we can see, the bio says, armed with faith and fury, purifies the undead one smite at a time. Very priest-esque. So far, I like the animation, very nice. We're just going to hop into some games, see how it is. You know how it is. But before we do, we're currently 26 subscribers away from our goal, which is 100 subscribers. So if you could get me there, make sure to press that little button down there, that little white thing or red thing, depending on your, your mode. And let's just go. Right. Time to test this priest style. I also, as you can see, I've got the nice effect because I did get the bundle if you saw last video. We're just going to see the base damage first. Okay, so it looks like the priest style is in fact a healer class, which is actually kind of neat. So the only way you can do damage is with your abilities. So let's try a solar burst. Okay. That tears through people. I really like that. We might have to go in a lobby with people, you know. This is actually really goated. Because we can't do damage to them normally. Let's try Holy Blessing next. Let's see how this looks. Okay, so it's like a little beam. And then Holy Spikes. Yeah. Okay, the abilities are very nice. Very, very nice. But, for this class to actually do some bits, it seems as though you need to be in a team. So far, I'm already thinking this is probably really good for raids because you get low pretty quickly, at the beginning at least. Okay, Solar Burst is actually goated. Okay, so it's literally pure abilities that do damage. Without it, you kind of just have to use your other ability that you have, your other weapon, sorry. If I'm not mistaken, Holy Blessing also gives you regen. So let's see how long the Holy Blessing gives you regen for. If I'm not mistaken, yep, there you go. It gives you like 5 seconds of regen 3, which is actually really nice. You can move around with the Solar Burst to change its trajectory, which is kind of neat. It tears through zombies though. I'm like a mage. Don't contest me. This is a very unique weapon. We haven't had a weapon that doesn't do base damage before. We'll check the upgrades for this weapon afterwards because if you check the upgrades for any other weapon, it has damage cooldown and crit chance, I believe. So I want to see if they've changed the damage with healing, because that's for base damage. If not, then the abilities will be even more broken for this class, because it one-taps most zombies. Right, let's try the ultimate ability for a priest. Let's see how this looks. Okay, we're reading the book. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so it is literally a healing ult, so it heals you. It seems as though it does no damage to the zombies, which is, you know, I wouldn't say sad. I mean, obviously it's a healer class, but in terms of ultimates, like very good for the raids, I would say, and maybe even endless. I think this class would be very good for endless, but I feel like you could have got away with giving the beam a tiny bit of damage. So when I shoot this, it does a tiny bit of damage. The abilities themselves are very nice, like do a lot of damage. Like this is on terms of ghost level damage. If we take a look, this one taps. That does 134, the Shadow Impel. We look at Holy Spikes. It does 59 damage. Okay. So for a legendary, obviously not as much damage, but it does practically one-tap every single zombie, which is very nice. This does about 36 damage every hit, so you're going to be tearing through everything. Okay, the range is actually insane on Solar Burst. Holy Blessing does 82 damage, which is very nice. Obviously not on the same level as a Divine's damage, but for a Legendary, I'd say it's on par with a Mythic in terms of its ability damage. Right, this is the true test. Can you sweep a boss with just this class? Now, so far, the cooldowns are the reason... Okay, I thought I was dead there. Luckily, the ability saved me there. Yep. Holy Blessing saved me there. It gave me regen 3, so it's practically impossible to die in that state. In terms of clearability, I do think it's a tiny bit difficult with the cooldowns on the weapon. But obviously with upgrades, I think you could probably sweep this very easily. I want to try the ultimate again. I'm going to do a bit of damage to you. Okay, just decimate their health. I want to see if it does heal the zombies. So I want to see if it heals the boss. So if we hit you again, it does not. It just creates a massive heal circle for you and your team. So that's actually really nice. And it seems as though you can sweep the boss. So far with this ability, my thoughts are this is very, very neat. For a weapon, we've never had such a unique weapon that heals as its base attack rather than does damage. So it's very neat in that regard. But if you're playing solo, I wouldn't recommend using this. Obviously for Endless, I think this would be very good to go further than you usually do, because it obviously does heal you a ton. But like if you just want to sweep campaign and stuff like that, then I do recommend just using a different weapon like Katana or Scissors or Ghost, whatever you have, because you'll sweep the floors way quicker, because with this class, obviously, you do have to wait for your cooldowns to do the damage that's necessary to sweep the floors, but the ability damage is very nice, like, does a lot of damage for a Legendary, I would say. But yeah, no, let's see the upgrades for this. Okay, so it's the same as everything else, cooldown, damage, critical chance. Okay, I would assume the damage literally makes your abilities absolutely broken. You could probably get on the same level as Ghost, which does like 130 damage a piece. So that's very nice in that regard. But we're gonna go into some actual lobbies. We're gonna see how much healing it does to people, and save the day like an absolute healer would do. Also, before we do go in, I would also say this is probably definitely really good for raids. Raids and Endless, I think this class is especially good in, because obviously you're going to be healing your team, you're going to be healing yourself. So the chance of you dying with this class, like, drastically goes down. We will try raids to see how quick it is to get your ultimate. We'll test that after we see how much it does healing people. So let's get it. Okay, so it heals 8 health points per second, I believe. Well, every hit you do, it heals 8. So if we take a look, it does 8, and then it just goes up from there. Okay, I do want to see how much Solar Burst heals for, because if I'm not mistaken, it does heal. Because there is like a healing aura when you shoot it. Okay, it does not heal. Looks like when you use Holy Blessing, you actually you heal for 10 rather than the 8. Right, we're gonna use Holy Blessing to see how much it heals. Do you see Ayub down in the bottom left? Let's see how quickly he heals. Okay, so I'm kind of confused with the ultimate. It seemed as though I had to heal them myself rather than the ultimate, which it does no damage to zombies, and it seems as though it doesn't really heal. Unless I have to left click and it does loads of healing. We'll have to test that. We will also look into it and see what actually it does after this. The ultimate, if you see in the bottom, me just healing, look how quickly that goes up. So it doesn't heal, it seems. Okay, after doing some research, I finally know what the ultimate ability does. It basically pushes zombies away, does a tiny bit of damage to them, like 10 damage per second, and it heals everyone in it. Apparently this weapon did get nerfed a tiny bit with the cooldowns. I think the cooldowns are a tiny bit slower apparently, but that's what I found out. So in terms of healing output, very, very good. So if you want a healer build, then this is go-to. Like, if you want to be like a mage build, then yeah, go for it. But if you want to do damage and stuff, this is definitely not the class you want to be doing. 9 times out of 10, you don't really need healing once you get to like a certain stage in the game. Like with the passives, there's like plus 80 HP. With some of the items, like the cosmetics, like if you take a look, this one gives me plus 50 health, Scarf gives you plus 20 health. So you could be absolutely busted. Obviously I know pets, there is some pets that give you health, like the white pigeon. So you don't necessarily need a heal in your team, but we're just going to test it. We're going to heal this guy, see what happens in a raid. Obviously we have to do a bit of damage, we got to help our boy. But it's keeping us alive for the most part. 9 times out of 10 I can never get to Vampire without dying once, so we've got Vampire now, so we should be a little bit better. But as you can see, we obviously have to do damage for Vampire to do its effects. It does not give you health from healing your teammates. But let's pop our ult now. We finally got it at 77% HP. You can probably get it a lot quicker than that. Okay, we died. In terms of survivability, it does give you that tiny bit of survivability, but I think it's a little bit broken because the ultimate is not healing when you fully get your ult meter up. That could just be a bug, but I mean, obviously it's a bug, but it's supposed to heal you. So we're probably just gonna use our ghost ability for the rest of this because we keep dying when we're trying to use our healing. Right, we're gonna try it again. Yeah, no, it does not heal whatsoever. Alright, so my honest thoughts overall, now that we've done everything we planned to do, a little underwhelming. The weapon is bugged. The ultimate doesn't heal. I do think you could have got away with getting a tiny bit of damage as the main primary, not just healing. The healing output is not good enough. The ultimate, you just can't get it in time. It's really hard to charge up the ultimate if you're not healing somebody. You have to rely on your ability. So Endless probably isn't the way to go because obviously you're on your own if you're like me, but if you're doing it with other people, then Endless might be very good for you. But I know they nerfed the cooldowns on some of the abilities, so it's due a buff now because the ultimate is very bugged in the game right now. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the priest style. There's any other styles you want me to review, then let me know, because so far we've reviewed Priest, and we did review Pure Hands when we had it. We're currently trying a role for Shoes, because I think that'd be a goated video. If you do want me to cover Ghost, then feel free to let me know, because obviously I do have it maxed. I have the recommended build for the upgrades. I have Ghost maxed practically. I'm just rolling for Prodigy and it's taking way too long. I've rolled 200 times, man. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. We are 26 subscribers away from 100 subscribers, something like that. But if you want to help your boy out, make sure to hit the like button, the subscribe button, comment down below, boost me in the algorithm, you know how it is, and let's get to that goal of 100 subscribers. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you for the next one. Peace! Can you feel the light? Can you feel the sunshine? This isn't going in the video, by the way. Wait. No. Why are you putting this in the video?